Greetings to you all. I've been a Dolby fan since I saw Air Force One in 1997. That was the first time I experienced theatrical surround sound and I was hooked from then on. In today's video, I will show you one of my favorite cinemas in London, which is Odeon Luxe West End Dolby Cinema. In my opinion, it is one of the most technically advanced cinemas in London, and in a moment you will see why. Just before I start, I'd like to encourage you to subscribe to BoardTech channel. It is very important as your subscriptions are helping me to open doors into exciting places like this Dolby Cinema. If you would like to support BoardTech channel financially, you can use the Super Thanks feature here on YouTube or consider becoming a patron on Patreon. You will find all the useful links in the description down below. Yuri, who is a senior account manager, Dolby Cinema, kindly agreed to share some exciting facts about this auditorium.
So welcome everybody, we're here at the Odeon Luxe West End, which is really in the center of entertainment in London, Leicester Square. Here in this Dolby Cinema auditorium, we have 168 fully reclinable seats. All the sidelines have been completely optimized both horizontally and vertically to just make sure that everybody has the best viewing angle on the screen and have the best immersive experience.
I asked Yuri how much Dolby was involved in the design and installation stage of this particular auditorium.
It's a very extensive cooperation between Odeon, who is of course as an exhibitor responsible for designing the total cinema, and then we come in with a set of requirements to build this auditorium to the Dolby Cinema specification. And that means that we look into the position of the seats, as I mentioned before, but also the wall treatments, the carpets, and then of course the technical installation in the booth, behind the screen, everywhere around you.
Until 2012, most of the theaters were equipped with the sound systems that only supported up to 7 discrete channels. After the introduction of Dolby Atmos, the number of channels has increased dramatically.
So in total we have 44 unique channels. Quite a lot of the speakers are visible here on the walls, on the ceiling. Behind the screen, of the 44 unique channels we've got in this room, we have 5 channels, and those are achieved with line arrays.
Usually you can hear line array speakers during big live concerts, whereas in the cinema, screen channel speakers would look something like this. It is amazing that Dolby decided to use line arrays as their screen channels. Line arrays have so many advantages over a conventional screen speakers. They provide even sound pressure levels throughout the entire auditorium. Because it is not a single speaker but 12 line array modules per each of screen channels, they can be shaped in such a way so a perfect coverage of the auditorium is achieved. Another important part of the sound system is subwoofers, as probably no one can imagine modern cinema without them.
So we have 10 dual 18-inch subwoofers installed behind the screen that really gives you the oomph that a lot of the people in the audience are looking out for.
These are SLS cinema subwoofers. Each of them has 2 18-inch drivers and weighs about 80 kilograms. If we add the weight of these 4 surround subs, which are rigged to the ceiling, we are gonna have over a ton of low-frequency speakers installed in this auditorium. By the way, these 4 subs are here to support all surround channels which are mounted on the ceiling and on walls. The thing is that SLS coaxial surround and overhead speakers can only reproduce frequencies as low as 60 Hz, so they need some support on the lower end of the spectrum. Combination of these speakers allows to create a full-range surround soundscape. All these speakers are powered by QSC Class D network processing amplifiers. They are very efficient, compact, yet really powerful.
Total available power is 100 kW, which is really impressive. If you're looking at the dimension of the room and then the technology that we've installed, it makes sure that there is no bad seat in the house. Everybody has the same acoustical experience, image experience, and it comes because we're almost like over any kind of spec and really went the extra mile to install the maximum within the dimensions of this room. So this, just to make sure that everybody understands, because just 100K, what does that say? This is really a lot, and this is not something you would normally get in any other auditorium in the world. We've got the Dolby CP850 Dolby Atmos sound processor installed here, and this is to support the studio-grade version of Dolby Atmos. So relative to other Dolby Atmos rooms we have in the world, which are close to 8,500 screens right now, in the Dolby Cinema we are working and providing the sound on the studio grade version, which means that everybody in the auditorium can actually hear and feel the sound the way that the sound engineers are working on it in the studio. And that's something unique. So it just is an additional quality provided by Dolby in the Dolby Cinema auditorium.
No doubt, this sound system is truly impressive. Now let's hear what Yuri has to say about the Dolby Vision projection system.
To realize Dolby Vision, which is the highest possible spec that's currently available in the cinematic industry, we've installed a dual laser projection system that's under Dolby's IP. So this is manufactured by Christie, but only installed in Dolby Cinema auditoriums.
Another interesting fact about these projectors is that there is no light source inside of them. The light is delivered from these two neighboring racks via fiber optic link. Inside of each model installed in these racks there is a laser which generates the light which you later see on the screen. To achieve a projected image that complies with Dolby Vision requirements, it is not enough to just install one of the best projectors on the market. Room treatment is crucial.
Whenever we design an auditorium, control of ambient light is of course very critical. We want to make sure that the screen performs in the best possible way and that the audience has the best possible experience. And that's not only for the walls, but that's actually for every element here in the room. We want to avoid reflection, so everything has to be matte, and we want it to be as dark as possible, so everything is black, making sure that all the light is being reflected from the screen and no other object in the room is doing anything to interfere with projection.
As some of you have probably noted, this is not a scope screen. It is a bit taller than 2.39:1 that is usually found in conventional cinemas.
So here we've got installed a flat aspect ratio screen which is 1 to 1.85. And we did this just to maximize the experience, and it caters to all the formats that distributors and studios use. We've installed a widescreen here manufactured by Harkness. This is what the filmmakers actually prefer, and it's a micro-perf screen. It helps to achieve the best possible projection. When talking about the screen, I think it's also very important to talk about masking, because when you have a flat aspect ratio film being projected on a scope screen or vice versa, most of the times it's noticeable to the audience. But in this case, in Dolby Cinema, it's not, because you have a full black auditorium, and then combined with our high contrast ratio, which is over 1 million to 1, there is nothing else except for what you're projecting on the screen, and the rest is blackened out. So you don't actually experience what percentage of the screen is being used or not.
Thank you, Yuri, for all the details. Personally, I can't wait to see another movie here at Odeon Luxe West End Dolby Cinema. How about you? Has anyone been here or planning a visit after watching this video? Please share your experience in the comments down below. For now, it is time to wrap up. Just before you go, please make sure that you have subscribed, as your support really helps. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.